with some of my AZ digital files that I purchased, and I'm going to be working with the new Maggie Holmes Parasol collection, and I want to show you how I upload them to my Cricut Design Space. They're really simple to use. They already come with no background, so you can just put them on your mat and send them to your cut machine. But I don't like that thick white background that you get sometimes with these images, so I want to get that cut line closer to the image. So let me show you how I do that. But like I said, you can just put them on your mat, and you know they already come with no background, and so they're pretty easy, you know, to just place on your mat, size them, place on your mat, and then place on your mat, resize them, and then just send them to your machine. So let me show you what I do to get that cut line closer to the image. So I'm going to go to customize because I already have some images on there. So let me show you what I did. And I'm working online. I'm not offline. But if you guys want to work offline, just go and turn off your Wi-Fi, and that way if your internet is slow or for whatever reason you don't have internet service, you can work offline. Just have to make sure that when you're online you save those projects to offline, otherwise they're not going to show up when you're offline. Okay, so you gotta I'll make more videos on that so I can show you. Okay, so here's some of the images that I already work with, but let's do a couple more. Let me show you what I am talking about. So we're gonna go to upload up right here on the left hand side, and there's some images. These are all the images I already worked with, but we're gonna upload a couple more images, and then you press browse, and you're gonna go to your folders where you have your collections downloaded. Okay. And as you can see, there's a lot of, this is one of the ephemera packs, ephemera 1. Let me get an image that I haven't worked with. Let's see, it's the camera, it's a little, let's do that little bird right there. So let's go ahead and open. I always choose complex for my for the image type, just because I don't like to mess around with these. I really like this one right here. So I press complex, continue, and then it's going to add it to your background remover. So this is the white outline that I was talking to you guys. It's going to cut around this white outline right here. Okay, but I want it to be a little closer to the image, so this is what I'm going to do. It's already on manual select, automatic, and all that stuff. So all you have to do is get the little, to see this little cursor right here, just put it on the edge and click on it, and it's automatically going to remove that background. Okay, so I'm going to go to apply and continue once I'm done with this. And then we're going to print and cut. If you wanted just to cut the image, you can go ahead and click on this. You don't have to print. And then you can do print and cut. And then I'm going to show you, if you decide not to do the print and cut image, you can turn it into a cut image only from your mat. So let me show you. So here it is. So we click on it and then we add it to canvas. But if you guys upload a lot of images at the same time, you can go ahead and click on all your images that you want to add to your mat. Okay, but I'm not going to do that right now. So if you want to do multiples, like edit multiples at the same time, click on your images and then add them to your canvas. Okay, but we're just going to work with this one because I have already worked on all these right here. So click, make sure that's on clicked on that, and then add to canvas, and it's going to show up right here. Okay, so I don't know if my internet is just slow while it's doing this, but see how it turned dark? Let me see. Okay, there it is. So here it is. You can make it a little bigger just so you can see what you're working with. So the outline is already there. It's gonna, if I just send it to my mat, it's gonna cut right on the edge of the image, but I want to give it a little offset. I don't want it to cut right on the image, like right on the edge. I want it to give it a little bit of a offset. So you click on your image, you go up here and it says offset, okay? And this is going to give you this little option right here. And you're either going to do it to the left or the right, okay? Once you get it on there, let me do it again. Offset. You move it a little bit up or down, however you want your offset to be. But I want it, okay, let me use my up and down key on my keyboard. That way I can get it a little, I can work with it a little better than sliding it with my mouse. So I'm using my keypad, and on the keypad use your up and down keys, and then you can go as far as you want or as close as you want. So see, I kind of like that offset right there, that one right there. So it's not too close and it's not too far off. Okay, so once you're happy with your offset, you click apply. So now it's gonna give you that, that's where it's gonna cut. If you don't like that black background, you can always change it up here, and I like to do pink, so there it is. So now you guys have to make sure, like if you're gonna move it, look, this is what's gonna happen, okay? So you gotta make sure, you can go back and change that. You gotta make sure you highlight your image and go down here and flatten your image, okay? So you guys can you know, make it small, or so it doesn't move, so it just stays together, okay? It groups together. So now size it as you know, if you want it bigger, depends the size. Here's your size right here, 3 inches and all that stuff. So I want them small. I want to make mini ephemeras. So, and I want to get as many images on my page as possible. Oh, and then let me show you. Okay. So this is on a print and cut, right? So if I change my mind and I want to just do a cut image, I have to go back and get a new, upload another image, just because this I already worked with this and this is already flattened. But look, let me show you. Let me show you with a different image, okay? That way it's not confusing. So let me just leave this alone. Okay, so there it is. Let me upload another file. And let's see, upload. What did I do? Upload image, browse. So let me find another image to work with. Let me see. Let's do that swan right there, okay? So let's open that, complex, continue. Let me remove this thick background here where it's going to cut. There it is. I'm happy. Apply. I'll go print and cut. Upload. Click on my image. Add to canvas. So here it is. So it's going to print and cut just like that. But if you want just the, if you change your mind, you can just cut the image, you click on it, and over here where it says print then cut, you are going to just do cut basic. So it's just going to give you that cut. You're only going to be able to cut, okay? So you're not going to be able to print and cut. Okay, so we're just going to go back. I want the print and cut, so I'm just going to go back. And then you know, work on it. Do whatever you need, you know, do whatever you're going to do with the image. I'm sorry. And like I said, I like giving them offset, a little offset. Okay. I like that. Apply. I want to remove that black background, change it to my favorite color, pink, and then we highlight, flatten image, and then you can size it, okay, and put on your mat. Okay, so there's that. So let me show you. I'm gonna send to Make It, and I'm gonna show you a couple of things you can do on there. Okay, so here's all my little mini ephemeras that I'm gonna print and cut. Now, if you want multiples of the same image, you can just click on the image and then go to Projects and Copies, and you can do 2 images, 2 of each, or you can do 3 of each. Let's do 2 of each, I'm sorry, and hit Apply. So that's gonna fill your page a little more, okay, but then you're gonna have an extra sheet that you're gonna have to print, and then it'll cut right here. So if you want more, let's say you want 3 of each, and then you just want to fill out that extra paper right there. Okay, see how this is your first piece of paper right here, and this is your second one. Okay, so you can just change it as much as you can, add as much as you want. It's just, you're just gonna have to print and cut a couple pages, multiple pages, and they're all going to be right here. Okay, so that's my first page. I wanted 4 of each, so that's the first page, and will be my second page. Okay, so very neat. So I'm going to go ahead and print this, and I will cut it on my Cricut. So give me a second and I will show you that process. Okay, and our machine, press continue. Let me tell you a couple things that I think they're kind of important while my machine is connecting to my Cricut Design Space. So if you're going to use the let me show you in a minute here. Okay, so if you're going to set your material on the Cricut Design Space, make sure that little dial on your Cricut is set to custom, okay? Because if you have that dial set to a different setting, and then you set your base material on here, I don't think that's gonna work. So if you guys are having problems saying it's not cutting right or this and that, it might be that your little dial is not set to custom if you're setting your material on the Cricut Design Space right here, okay? But if you're going to use the little dial on your machine and not even bother with the settings here on your material, make sure that you pick the right setting, you turn that little dial. And let me tell you a little secret. It's not a secret, but I think you guys, some of you know, but in case you guys are new and don't know, the little dots on your dial in between those settings, that is for you to that is for the blade to gives the blade more pressure. Okay, so if you're doing cardstock and your cardstock is a little heavier than 80 pounds, 60 pounds, or 80 pounds, you can set that little dial to that little dot next to your setting, either vinyl, cardstock, paper, or whatever, and it's going to give your blade more pressure on your project, okay? Just in case you guys didn't know. So all that stuff, okay? So, and then also on your printer settings, where it says print, okay, send to printer, let me show you real quick. Make sure you use your system, your use system dialog is on. So if you turn it on, it's going to give you the settings for your printer in case you have, if you want to put your paper in through the front feeder or the back feeder. It gives you the options to, it gives you those options, okay? If you have it turned off, that little window is not going to pop up. So if you turn it on, the little printer settings window will pop up. In case you don't see it in front, check in the back of the Cricut Design Space window. It will be back there, okay? But it will show up if you have this turned on, Okay, and then just go to print. And okay, so everything's ready to go. I placed my printed images here on my mat, and I am using the mats from Hobby Lobby. Cricut mats are great as well. I use Cricut mats on my silhouette, and I also use these mats on my silhouette. Okay, so here's my printed images right here. As you can see, they have that pink background. So we'll see how far away from the image it will cut. You can always change that color background. You can keep it to white, black, whatever color you want, okay? So let me show you the little dial that I was talking to you guys about. I did not use the settings on my software, so I used the ones on the machine, the little dial. See how it's in between the bonded fabric and cardstock? So I'm using that setting right there, okay? Just so, because it's the cardstock is a little heavy, so I'm going to use that setting. And I'm going to press go. You press that little button right there, and we'll see how this does. Okay, so it's done cutting, you guys. I will check my images in a bit. I have another tip for you guys. If for some reason your images did not cut through all the way, do not unload your mat. Leave your mat on your machine and then press the cut button again, the one that's blinking there. Press that button and it will cut again. If you unload it and then press cut again, it will not work. It's not going to cut in the same place. So like I said, if it didn't cut through, leave on your mat. Do not unload, and then just press the cut button again and it will cut in the same place. Okay, so let me check my my images here. They all cut. I checked that before I unloaded my mat, and I was looking at some of my images here. This one did fine. I think I need to go back and calibrate my machine, and I could do another video if you guys are interested in calibrating your machine for the print and cut. This one is okay, I don't mind. And you see that background color, the pink? You can always change that to a different color. You can leave it white. I kind of like the pink on there, but it will work on some images, and then it will not work for others. So it'll kind of look weird with that pink. It just depends on what you're printing and cutting, you know? Okay, so here I am doing more cutting, and this is the second page. Okay. And these are the little pieces that that I cut out previously. And like I said, I need to go back and play with the calibration on the machine. But so far, I really like these. I don't think they'll go to waste. So I'll be using those as well. Okay, so this one's done cutting. I did take out a couple. Everything seems to be fine. So here they are, the little flowers. I love that pink in the background. But like I said, you can always go back and change it to white or any other color that you want. This scissors came out really cute, you guys. Okay, and here's the little gem right here, so cute. Alright, you guys. So that's it for this video. I will do more Cricut videos later on, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.